Hi, Virgo. I'm feeling like your reputation precedes you. What's going on here? I just picked it out, and I gotta look perfect for my Virgos, my virgins. Let me turn down the Bach. Giving you cello suites realness. I think that's pretty good. Well, how is your Gemini season treating you? I know that you may have a lot of things to say about a lot of things. Let's just go ahead and get into your reading. So, you know, you just might be feeling like disorganized. You might be feeling a little bit all over the place, right? You might be feeling like, people might be saying too much, doing too much. Maybe you're reading into a lot, right? Queen of Michael. This is the equivalent of, the Queen of Swords, right? So you're being very sharp-witted, um, using your intellect. Knowledge is power, the power of the mind, okay? And this is cardinal air, so this talks about initiating thought processes, initiating concepts, coming up with reasonable solutions, or coming up with some sort of like advice, right? Someone could be seeking counsel from you. That's why I said your reputation precedes you, right? Someone could be asking you for advice on how to do something or how to do something well, you know? Or you could just be cutting or detaching yourself from something, telling someone the truth, right? All right, so let's do that again, okay? Measure once, cut, or measure twice, cut once. Let's actually, no, this is it. That's why I said measure once, right? Cut 3 times. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay your cards out, Virgo. That was very interesting how it prompted me to do it that way. Okay, so here we go. I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot deck for you for your June 2020 tarot reading with me, Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I would like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. If you are new, welcome. Also, hit that donate button if you feel so inclined to do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot there. And my personal account is NYC Kendrick. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the decks that we'll be using. I'm going to be using the Runes Oracle deck tonight. One card from there. One card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And I'm also going to be choosing one card from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And then I'm also going to be choosing another one from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. Okay, so your cards are laid out, right? Let's go ahead and flip over the bottom of the deck. It is the Empress, and this is talking about your connectedness to your environment. Are you noticing what's going on? Are you paying attention to your feelings? You know, are you able to do something about your feelings when they are motivated? Yeah? How can you channel these emotions in a positive way? How can you direct your emotions and how can you direct your creativity so that it's actually doing some justice for you? You know, what's in your best interest, right? Beneficially, what's in your best interest, right? So you have to do that as well. You have to look out for yourself, you know, and not looking out for yourself in a selfish way, but like making sure that you are being kind to yourself, being compassionate towards yourself, learning the lessons that you need to learn, not making the same mistakes, right? practicing a little bit of flexibility as well, which you're very good at, you know. Sometimes you just kind of have to trust in your own abilities and trust in your ability to come up with new ideas and new concepts. You know, you have to trust that what you're taking in also is going to be good for you, right? What you're taking in and what you're putting out there. We're promoting positivity. Yeah, because that's what we need to do now. We need to promote positivity, and we need to kind of do it in a way that we know is comfortable for us. You know, because if you're taken out of your comfort zone, then you won't be able to function as well as you would be able to if you were, you know, more connected, more interested, more open, more receptive, right? So we want to get you in the state that you're feeling more receptive to uh, your own inspiration, you know? We're also talking about growth. You're learning a lot right now, you know, and sometimes when you're learning at the same time when a lot of things are going on around you, you might be just be overwhelmed, you know, with the growth of things, how fast things are moving, you know, how quickly you have to respond to certain things, how quickly people respond to you. You know, people may have a reaction in terms of, you know, people may have a lot of questions for you, or people may be having a lot of opinions that you feel like are just kind of flying around. You know, you have to trust and believe in what you are kind of like divinely inspired to believe, right? You have to trust in your gut as well. This card says time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Definitely when you are creatively inspired and you can take that opportunity of inspiration, right? Grab it, process it, throw some paint on it, throw whatever it is that you need to throw on it to make it palatable for others, right? Because it's not just about you knowing or thinking what you think and expressing your thoughts. It's how you can get the most amount of people to hear your message, right? So that's what the Empress is talking about. You catch more bees with honey or more flies with honey. I forget what it is. But, you know, that's what it's talking about, Virgo. So let me go ahead and flip over the card that is at the center of your reading. Leap of faith. This is Uranus, okay? So this does talk about taking risks. Both of these cards do. Believing in yourself, you know, and just kind of like not being too concerned with whether it's going to be right, with whether or not it's going to meet a status quo type of mentality, right? We're going against the grain here, and we're going against the status quo here. We're doing things differently, right? And the way that you actually get a new message across is if you tell it in a new way, or if you tell it in a different way, or if you make it a little bit more colorful, if you make it a little bit more interesting, right? Sometimes making something very ambiguous is very impactful because you see a sense of equilibrium, or maybe there's a recalibration of the perception, right? For some people, that allows them to see that they may not be as different from someone else as they think they are, or their situation might be coincidentally similar, right? Because the Empress talks about sharing similarities, being able to being able to relate, and letting those letting that relativity inspire us for growth. And we have to take a leap of faith sometimes. We have to go into the uncharted territory, or we have to go into the unknown, right? So that we can actually feel like there's a new beginning that is going to take place. Now, this says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. You have to trust in your ingenuity. And you have to trust that if there's something that you would like to see happening that hasn't happened before, or you haven't seen happen before, and you're reluctant to show that because it hasn't happened before, you're not allowing yourself to be the innovator. You're not letting your genius that lives inside you influence you, right? It's like spirits passing you the ball, and you're like, I don't know, like, what to do with it, you know? But definitely, I would definitely tell you to open your mind, open up, you know, don't just be stuck on one concept or one idea. Okay? I would definitely say that. Because you've got to be flexible. Definitely. Especially in today's, you know, society. Okay, so let me go ahead and pick a card from the Runes Oracle deck for you, Virgo. You know I love you, right? I have Mercury and Mars in Virgo, and I have a lot of Virgos in my family. Vedically, I have a lot of strong Virgo placements. Very much Virgo energy over here. A lot of it. Okay, Laguz. This is the feminine energy, feminine strength, feminine power. Being able to be very, you know, direct with what it is that you are going after or what it is that you desire. This is talking about celebrating, you know, those parts of you that you don't really allow others to see. This is also kind of like the feeling that doing those things that you desire will give you, right? It's kind of like that's the feeling that only you can give yourself as well, which that could be talking about self-pleasure as well. You know, this would be very good for you. Sometimes it's not about pleasing others, it's about doing something for yourself, meaning for your own spirit. But then in doing that, you're actually doing it in authenticity, therefore, it's reaching other people regardless as to whether or not you meant it to or not. You know what I mean? Whatever that means. Um, I'm going to read this card because this one doesn't pop up that much for me when I'm doing readings. So I'm going to read it to you all, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the tarot, okay? Let's see. Where is it? Is it all the way in the beginning? Jeez. Sorry. Is it the very last one? It might be. Okay. So this is water, inspiration. This rune is tied to the fertile power of creativity. A siren on the shore of a body of water is lost in thought. Her expression is inspired and happy. She seems to be in harmony with the surrounding nature. Kind of ecstasy, right? Just as water is necessary for plants to grow, so imagination is necessary to give color, strength, and meaning to our lives. A romantic vision and the desire for beauty bring about an interior evolution and an increase in our power. Are we in contact with creative energy, or do we remove it as it frightens us? How do we feel when we are in love? Full of energy, shaken, intimidated? Are we afraid of change? Laguz brings empathy and increased understanding of ourselves and others, right? So this is definitely getting to know what it is that you desire, and also understanding your feminine power, you know? Male and female people that I'm talking to, and non-binary, right? Because you're trying to tap into all of those different facets of yourself, all of those different sides, all of those different avenues. You know, you might even be feeling like a fish out of water sometimes when you exercise those things that you desire to and that make you feel differently, which make you feel empowered, right? It's almost like you're getting to activate a different part of yourself. And I say do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip over the immediate influence, the Three of Raphael. So you got the Empress, you got the Three of Raphael, and then you got the Laguz card, which these are all talking about creativity and being able to allow your thoughts to to flow and be receptive to those thoughts so that you can um, organize them and organize your thoughts and organize your feelings, right? Write them down, perhaps, if there's some things. It could be ideas. It's not like tasks. It could be ideas. It could be concepts. It could be names of things. If you're trying to come up with a title of something, write it down. You know, maybe brainstorm some of those things. The Three of Raphael, Three of Cups, that's a pretty celebratory card, right? So when you take this leap of faith that the Fool card is suggesting that you do, really supporting, the Three of Raphael is saying like this is going to be very well received, and people are going to you know kind of embrace you for it, right? Love you for it. Okay, they're going to be singing your praises, but it's just going to be coming from a very heartwarming place. It's not like, you know, singing your praises, oh my god, you're the best. They're going to be telling you sincerely how they feel, right? And then this is also saying that you need to communicate your feelings. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, right? So you can open up to these people. You can feel safe and you can feel comfortable enough around them to say the things that you feel. You don't have to feel like you're gonna get like this huge backlash, you know. Um, and I'm not necessarily saying do this on social media. I'm saying this is like giving your opinion to people that are close to you, or people that you trust, people that you feel safe around, that you feel like aren't going to attack you, that will give you the benefit of the doubt, you know. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this could be the announcement of maybe like a pregnancy, or this could be, you know, someone could be speaking on how they feel about you, or you could be speaking on how you feel about someone else, right? Um, yeah. So some of you could be nervous about telling someone how you feel. Some of you. Some of you could be nervous about telling someone that you're pregnant or you think that you're pregnant, right? Hmm. The King of Raphael, of course. The King of Raphael is someone that, you know, you kind of can expect and predict how they're going to feel about a certain thing or just how their attitude might be. Um, Also, you know what they're going to think. You know, you can already sort of like anticipate this, right? The leap of faith here as well. The Mercury in Cancer could be talking about moving and moving to a different place, moving a little bit further away from everything that you're used to, right? But the Three of Raphael is talking about travel that might be happening over water, right? More time spent there. In that place, there could be, some people could be waiting for you to return, or you could be waiting for someone to come back, right? You're just waiting for the right moment to take the chance or something like that, or waiting for the moment when the moment is right. The King of Raphael is somebody that you can trust, right? You can tell him what your true feelings are. Here we are. I was just talking about that, or her or them. The King of Raphael is a little bit of Libra, you know? So this person has the ability to be objective, and they have the ability to also give you their true advice and their true feelings. Um, they're not gonna they're not just going to be at face value here, you know. If this is a person that you feel like you want to get some advice or mentorship from, or if you just want to, talk to them about what it is that what's going on in your head and see if they might be encouraging, or just trying to get their point of view. Maybe you want to get someone else's perspective because you honor and respect them, right? And you appreciate and you value their perspective. You want to know how they feel about something. It says, yes, it is safe for you to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So if it's something that you want to do, maybe you've been thinking about something for a while and now you're ready. Now you feel mature within that element, right? Or within this principal manifestation, that you can actually go after it. It says warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Okay? So that definitely talks about being prepared. You might be, now you feel like you're emotionally prepared for something, some of you, right? Recently. Okay, yeah, let's look at what's in your sun position. Page of Gabriel, this could be talking about young people, okay, children. Um, this could also just be talking about an announcement that is going to be coming in, right? Some of you might, like I said, some people are announcing that they're pregnant. The Empress is here, the Three of Raphael is here, okay, and the Laguz card is here, right? Page of Gabriel could be saying that, you become physically aware of a new beginning, right? Or something that might be changing, because the Page of Gabriel is talking about change. It could be talking about something in terms of work changing for you, or you might be at the beginning of stages of a process where you're able to be actively involved again. The Page of Gabriel is related to Saturn, and you've been waiting for this opportunity. You've been waiting for this moment to do something, or to show that you're capable with the Page of Gabriel, right? It says energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. Those are energies that are good to carry you into the beginning stages of something, because you're interested, you're involved, you're willing to cooperate, and you just have a strong sense of self and capabilities as well in the beginning of this process. So it's good. It puts you in a strong position. Yes. This card also says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. So that's really good. Whatever this thing is, I'm saying, like, go for it, right? You're only going to learn from it. You've got nothing to lose here, right? This is only going to strengthen your abilities, and it's going to give you some gained experience as well. You know that it's going to be a good experience for you, whatever this next thing is that you're going to be doing, or whatever it is that's going to be coming your way that is calling you to act. um, let's look at your moon position. In the moon position, you have the Three of Ariel, so there's another three, right, which is talking about the multiplicity, the you have possibilities to earn more money and to make more money. You just have to apply yourself, right? This is Mars in Capricorn, so it's in an exalted position here. And in the moon. So this is opposite energy, right? The moon is in Capricorn right now. Okay? And the moon is talking about work. Okay, working on yourself, working on your codependencies, working on your finances, packing, packing boxes, boxing things up. You could be moving from one place to another, one house to another. The Three of Ariel is also talking about how you could be talking about finances or refinancing, that type of thing. What are you working on? What are you building? There's something in the house that also needs to be repaired for some of you. This thing, you've probably been waiting a long time for something to get repaired. It could be a car, a vehicle for some of you. It could be something in the house, definitely. Um, Door. I don't know why that is. But the Three of Ariel is also talking about your potential to do more work, your potential to do better work. You might be actively seeking work. Three of Ariel has something to do with siblings. Maybe some of you had to let your sibling or a brother or sister or somebody borrow some money. You're waiting for that to come back to you. Okay? This card says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Which is true, because you could be connected to someone, nurturing someone's experience, wanting to make sure that they're getting what it is that they need so that they can be highly productive within this partnership or within this collaboration. Yes. It's definitely a collaborative effort with the Three of Ariel, because the Three of Ariel is kind of like giving, right? And receiving. It's a give and take. Yeah. In the anxieties, you have solutions, which is wonderful, because solutions is temperance. And this is talking about being re-strengthened for this new path that you're going down, right? You might be feeling like, I am aware of where there might be some blockages, or where I might be limited, or I am aware of where, I'm aware of just kind of like what I want. Focusing on what you want. That's what I'm talking about. Focusing on what you want so that you can forge that path ahead in that direction. Because we're talking about being goal oriented here. Yes, you just have to believe that you can be what you want to be, and you can go where you want to go, and you can have what you want to have, and you can create your reality based on your mental state, right? Based on where your headspace is. That means you've got to take yourself out of situations that don't contribute to your highest potential, right? That don't support your best interests. That's time that you could be doing work on yourself. This says success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So you're definitely healing from your past so that you can go forward into your future, right? We don't want you to still be stuck on those things that have already happened to you, or have happened for you, or have happened or occurred in your life. We're ready to build a new reality. But we realize that we need to make some changes before we go into this new reality. Yeah. So you might be making some sacrifices here, you know. Let's look at what's in your Mars position. In your Mars position, you have the Nine of Michael, which is Mars in Gemini. And Mars in Gemini is talking about the repetitive nature of thinking a lot about the same things. It's like you're going around in circles, you know, and you're not gaining any ground here. You might be digging yourself in a hole mentally. This nine is talking about, you know, the jumping to conclusions, right? Definitely jumping to conclusions here. Stop doing that. Because, you know, when you're trying to chase, when you're trying to really hunt down the answer or chase the answer, then you get tired. You make yourself crazy. It's almost kind of like you're running in a maze of thoughts. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So when it says release feelings of regret and guilt, this is saying, you know, the past experiences, the things that are kind of like playing in a loop in your mind, we've got to put a stop to that. And you've got to realize what it is that you need to start thinking about that's going to um, lead you in the right direction. You might even just need to talk to somebody or call the office or something like that, and that might lead you in the right direction. You know, that nine. Okay, so let's go ahead and what are we looking at here? Let's flip over your Venus position, the Seven of Gabriel. That's wonderful to have a seven in the Venus position. The sevens are talking about, you know, how you're relating to the experience that you're having. What's the situation? This is very much like obstacles, bumps in the roads, you know, maybe something that might be slowing you down a little bit. The seven's kind of like it's almost kind of like they're slowing you down. But this is Mars and Leo, right? So you are fighting against the adversity, and it's kind of revving you up. Confidence, definitely. Aggressive, aggressive assertiveness. That's kind of like the same thing. And this is also kind of like believing in yourself. It really wants you to believe in yourself, and it wants you to have a strong sense of courage and balance here. You know, you have to stay strong, you know, flexible. You're definitely being made aware of your weaknesses and your strengths, right? You're also being shown some things about yourself that you may not like as well, but that's okay. We're learning, we're figuring it out as we go. Yeah? Nothing holding us back. We're figuring it out as we go. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence and claim your personal power, right? Don't apologize for those areas that you feel challenged in. You know? Realize that you actually are capable of showing people what who you are truly. Trust and believe in yourself, even when others don't. Don't ask anybody's opinions about what they think about what you're doing. Don't even ask them what you should do. Now I'm going to choose a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck for you. Passion is on the bottom right here. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. But I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these so I can choose one for you. These cards are a little bit problematic just because, like, I guess I use them a lot or something like that, you know? So then I, like, tape them up, call myself laminating them, which is, like, not really laminating. I don't know why I said that word, but that's what it seems like I was trying to do. I was in Central Park today, and I found myself in the protests with one of my best friends. So I posted some photos on my main account on IG, NYC Kendrick. So you can see those there if you go. Some videos, some photos. And also on Providence Tarot's IG page, I posted some photos of me in the park. Not from the protest, though. I chose two. Separation is one. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Passion. Allow your heart to sing with joy. Okay, so whatever you're passionate about that someone else may not be giving you the support and the encouragement about, that's what I mean. Don't share all of those things with them if they're not going to be encouraging, or if they're not going to be you know, helpful, or you know, try to get you to see where your potential is. If they're not giving you any of that, then you have to, like, pull away from people that are, you know, negatively affecting your confident levels, right? If that makes any sense. Now we're going into your future cards here, the last three, and then we're going into the last two oracle cards that I have for you. Definitely hit the donate button if you'd like to donate. Let's go and see what's here. The moon, which is wonderful, Virgo. The moon was just in your fourth house, especially if you're a Virgo rising. The moon was just in Sagittarius, right? And the moon is number 9. So it does talk about the experience. It does talk about how the experience has affected you. What are your wounds? What are you healing from? What are your fears based on the wounds that you're healing from? You know, I definitely do too. You know, I've had some relationships where sex was always a problem, or there was something happening there with that, you know, and I have to sort of like reassess, reignite, reactivate, like my root chakra, my sacral chakra, and my solar plexus. You know what I mean? I kind of have to get into that. But those are kind of like some of the fears that I have from the experiences that I've had, right? The shadow sides, right? There's some things that I can see how I've been affected emotionally, and then there are also some ways that I can't see yet that I've also been affected emotionally. But it just takes me getting back around, you know, gaining some perspective, or I have to get a little bit further away from the situation to also have those things be uncovered to me, you know. So you're going to experience that. The moon does also talk about showing yourself compassion and giving yourself the things that you need that are going to be very conducive to your healing process. Yes. This says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger, right? Because it's the experience that we have that gives us the wisdom and gives us the strength to be able to handle other things that we experience in the future. You know, we're constantly being tested, right? And that's good, because if you weren't, you would just wither, you would just decay. You know, it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, but just all the feelings that I'm going through and having to work through all of that. Yes, it's good. It keeps you alive, right? Definitely, for sure. So let's go ahead and let me choose one of these, the Archangel Oracle cards. All right. I love me some Virgo. Compassion. Hello from heaven. Hello. Okay, let's see. This is the Doreen Virtue deck that I was talking about. It feels a little chunky sometimes when I'm shuffling it, but like, you know, I kind of like take control of them. All right. As I said, we're listening to Bach cello suites. I like the cello a lot. Breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Very much coinciding with the moon, releasing old patterns. And the moon definitely knows a thing or two about old patterns. Yeah? Grow stronger from your past. You know? The opportunity to improve your plans means that, like, when things go different directions than you expected them to go in, then now we can re-strategize, right? Because it's never going to be smooth the whole way through. You can forget that. All right, let's go ahead and flip over your future card. Yes, the High Priestess, number 2. You got the moon and then you got the High Priestess. So these are good things happening in terms of money and career. Yes, or home life, right? Improvements happening in the home life. Maybe the home that you're already in. Maybe you're gonna get that money that's gonna be paying that rent or paying those bills. Or maybe it's gonna be something that is gonna take you out of one state that you were in into another state, make you feel satisfied, make you feel like you got what you deserve, that type of thing. You know, maybe you might have to give up something, right? You might even be feeling a little bit vulnerable right now, and that's okay. There's something to be learned from the vulnerability, right? Discomfort is showing you something. It's allowing you to see something. Thankfully, you can measure and you can weigh things out, you know? And you're also trying to figure out how these changes are going to really make you feel, or how they're really going to affect you, you know? The High Priestess says, powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. You know, this card that says breathe here, take several deep breaths. That means that you just need to think and ponder and in a very like soft contemplative mode. Like not even trying to force the thoughts, just allowing them to come in when they come in. And that's what the High Priestess is talking about as well. And the moon is talking about not fighting those things when they come in. Let that energy flow in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? Um, yes, let's flip over the very top card for you, which is your Ascendant card. Eight of Michael, right? This is saying that you don't have to feel weakened by the strong opinions of other people, right? Don't let the passionate opinions of other people make you forget who you are or where your power lies. You know, I know that words and opinions and thoughts and just even maybe conversations that you might have with people or maybe heated discussions, they might even make you feel like a little bit of you has been chipped away or something like that. And that prevents you from feeling like you can break out of that mode and go back into feeling determined again, right? Some of you are worried that you're not as desirable, but that's just kind of like in your own head. You know, that's crazy. That's why the Empress card is here. That's why the High Priestess card, the Moon card is here. The Three of Raphael is here, and the Three of Ariel. You've got to put in work if you want to feel good. You've got to put in work if you want to look good. You've got to put in work if you want to sound good, right? You've also got to put in work if you want to do good. So, whatever is preventing you from being able to do the work, You know, it's like you might even need to take yourself out of competitive scenarios, situations where people might be competitive, or there might be competitive thinking, or maybe someone's opinions, or the word, like somebody might seem like they're being competitive, right? That type of thing. You know, you don't have to be stuck in that place, right? This also talks about detaching from the heavy emotions, right? Because the emotions that you are feeling that are affecting you and keeping you stuck behind your own in your own sort of mental prison, it really is just because of the concepts that you have sort of come up with in your own head. The it's your own conception of things, right? You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Now I'm going to choose the last card for you, which is the Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. Thank you so much, Virgo. Let's see. Take that leap of faith. Be creative. Just do it, right? You'll never know unless you do it, right? It'll always just be a mystery to you if you never try. That's why the fool is, you'd be foolish not to try, right? It's crazy. Step by step, you know? You don't have to do all of it all at one time. Baby steps, small victories. That's what the threes are talking about as well. Small victories, little by little by little by little, right? Increments. Serapis B, Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. You know, the darkness is what keeps you from being your true self, because you're that old version of yourself that was still learning. You don't want, stop trying to reconnect to that person that was still learning those things that you now have learned, and you can learn other things. That's what ascension is talking about, right? And this is the ascension spread that I just did, right? So we're talking about going, rising above where you already were. You know, don't create glass ceilings for yourself. You know, because then you're spending time installing the glass ceiling, and then you're gonna break through it. So why are you doing that? Just just don't build a glass ceiling. Just skyrocket. Okay, girl. Trying to talk over me. Okay, I mean, I need to pay for my YouTube account. Um, thank you so much, Virgo. Like, share, subscribe, comment, donate. Also, if you will, please definitely like, share, subscribe, comment. Like I said, go to the IG page. Definitely look at me there. You can friend me on my personal account, and I also have a food account that's called the Tongue Pop, and another account that is called Kendrick NYC, which is just like photos from being around the city in New York. But the main two are NYC Kendrick and, of course, Providence Tarot. I'll be posting the weekly soon. I'm just trying to get all of the mutable signs out first, and then I'll post, you know, the second installment of the proofreads for June, and then I'll go into the cardinal sign monthlies. Okay? I love you all. Thank you so much. Like the video when you see it, and I'll talk to you soon.